It's Vanilla Friday, and today we're making vanilla apple jelly with real vanilla beans, homemade vanilla, unfiltered apple juice. It is just amazing. Now you could use basically any kind of juice you like, but I grow apples and so I have a lot of apple juice. And so let's make some fabulous jelly today. Now every Friday I will have a different vanilla video. So if you have a vanilla recipe that your family has just loved, send it to me in an email. And I will test that recipe. And if I really like it, it will go on a Friday vanilla video.
So we're starting with 4 cups of unfiltered apple juice, 2 cups of sugar. And I know a lot of people use more sugar than that, but you don't need to. 1.5 tablespoons of vanilla, 2 tablespoons of lemon, 3 vanilla beans, and this is the type of pectin I use. Now it has the actual pectin and the powder for calcium water. So I'm first going to make the calcium water. So I'm taking the whole container that has the calcium in there, and I'm adding it to 1 cup of water. And all you have to do is shake it up. You can stir it if you want, but putting the lid on it, just shaking it up. And every time you go to use it, you need to shake it again. And so that's ready for when I need it. And here is the pectin. And I'm going to use 4 teaspoons of pectin. And I add it to the sugar and mix it in. It makes it so that it doesn't lump when you put it in with the jelly. And so I'll just throw those in there. Then I'll take a whisk and I'll just mix it up. It will just be so easy. And then when I go to pour it in to my jelly mixture, I won't have any lumps whatsoever, and it just makes it easier. And make sure that you stir it, getting all the sugar from the very bottom. So let's put the calcium water into our unfiltered apple juice, and we're going to do 4 teaspoons of that. And then just mix it up a little bit. With this pectin, it needs the calcium water to activate itself. And so I have it in a big stock pot, and I have it on about medium high, which is about a 7 on mine. So I'm going to split these vanilla beans in half, and then I'm going to slice them down the center, because the idea is I want to be able to scrape those vanilla bean seeds out so that they will go all through the jelly. And if you only had vanilla, then that's what you use. But if you have vanilla beans, it will just make an exceptional jelly. And see how those seeds will just get scraped out. It just works perfect. So I'm just going to scrape those, and I'm just throwing the whole bean and everything into the jelly for right now. I will take it out later, but for right now, I'm just putting it in there and just scraping each one. It doesn't take very much time, and I just think it makes just a great jelly. Okay, so there's the lemon juice going in there, and we're going to stir it. Now, I want it to come to a boil and have it boil about 2 minutes. And so I want to make sure that I'm stirring it every so often. There it's at the boil point, and so that's the time I'm going to add the sugar and the pectin mixture. So there, that goes in there. Now, I know a lot of people use more sugar in this. It will be fabulous with just the 2 cups of sugar. Totally, believe me. And so I'm going to mix that up. Now at this point, I'm going to stir it basically all the time until the sugar is completely dissolved, because I don't want it to stick to the bottom. And it doesn't take a long time, but I want it to go back to a full boil. So there it is, boiling right away. It's starting to get thicker. And I am about to take it off of the stove, because remember, we haven't added the vanilla yet. And so here comes the 1.5 tablespoons of homemade vanilla. And I could have used a slotted spoon to take my little pieces of vanilla bean out. I'm just using the tweezers because it was handy. So however it works with you, I'm going to stir it one more time because it will very quickly get a film on top. And then we're going to pour it into our hot jars. Now, I have put them in boiling water, and we're using a funnel so we don't make a mess all over the place. And we're just going to fill that up. And I have 5 different jars that I should have enough jelly for. Make sure you take a paper towel that's wet and wipe off any jelly that might have got onto that rim. Finger tight is how we want it. And we're going to put it in our boiling water. This is a water bath. And I do add a little bit of vinegar in there. Now this is when they just came out after 15 minutes. And look at how beautiful that jelly looks. All of those little seeds in there. I am just totally happy. Of course, I did test it before I jarred it up. And it is fabulous.
So everybody, are you going to try making vanilla apple jelly? Now, I've always liked apple jelly because I love apples. But adding the vanilla beans, scraping the vanilla into the actual jelly, and then adding some homemade vanilla just tops it off. This is Sandi, Suburban Homesteader, Wyoming, Arizona. I'll see you next Friday. Also, Monday nights I have live streams. So I hope to see you then, 6 o'clock Mountain Standard Time.